Okay, I'm back. Let's see if this will work now. Okay, let's get over to YouTube. That's going to be the outside page on one. What else do we need? The scissors is driving me crazy. Let's get not that. Let's see now, comparatively, how tall is this going to be? Hold on, let me click on my live and get in there on YouTube. Hopefully everybody will find their way back if they're not asleep. Okay, hey Leah, welcome back. Sorry about that. Darn computers. Okay, comparatively size-wise, let's see. All right, so a little bit off the top, a little bit off the bottom. Okay. That ought to do it. Okay, so there we go. We got our first 3 pages going. Let's put a nice, well, the envelope is kind of the same. Let's go with this envelope. And since it's like this, yeah, that way we can fold it out and I can make to-do lists on both sides of that. And add a picture where the window goes. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. Hey, Sandy, welcome back. Sorry about that. Sometimes computers are not all that fun. Let's do the short side on the other side here. Get a nice big piece of paper bag. But we haven't glued it down, so let's go ahead and do that. Right here, right now. Hey, Janice. Did I miss you in the first one? I didn't see you come in, but I was blabbering to myself a lot, so there's that. I hope you're doing okay. How's the hubber? All right. Okay. That's ready to go. That's going to be our first piece right there. Okay, so we're getting a good start. Let's throw in one. That'll be our, I got a weird colored piece going on. So, okay. Well, we want all sizes and shapes and just to keep it, you know, visually interesting. We don't want it to be boring now, do we? That would be terrible. Oh, you're tired, but good. Yeah. I feel like that's going to be a thing for a while, probably. Unfortunately, it sucks. But I'm glad you guys are relatively, you know, tired is, you know, not the worst thing. Although I will tell you, I feel like I live with chronic fatigue, even though I'm not diagnosed with anything. I just feel like I'm tired all the time. think it's a me thing. Let's get one of these Daiso bag pages in here. Okay. What else do we have in here that we want to throw this way? Nice scrunchie. I think we're going to save that for the other one, though, because I don't. Do I have to? Let me look and see if I have to. Let me have another one. Because I am making a mess. Oh, we didn't tear down our Whole Foods bag. Okay. Well, let's put in a Subway piece. Subway. Is that the Eat Fresh one? I think it might be. Let's, where is the... Okay, so like that. Let's put in a pink piece. So let's put the short side over there. Okay, let's see how we're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. Where's the 14? I got so much going on over here. I'm going to pull some of this off to the side. So I'm getting confused by what's in the journal and what's not in the journal. Where do I put that in there? I think this makes 15. And then let's put we'll count this as one. Let's do like a waterfall of these Daiso. So let's fold at least one of them going inside. So let's do that. With a trifecta of Daiso. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. That makes 16. Something nice and sturdy. 17. 2 more pages. I wanted to put this in here. 17. So let's decide what's got to come off. That's 17. 18. 19. And we have a number of skinny pages, so let's go ahead and throw this. Oh, look at that. Just a tiny skinny. We're going to have to put that right in the middle to make sure that it gets sewn in. We wouldn't want to accidentally pull that out of there. That's book number 2. Let's scrape a little bit more of that off there. Nina, how you doing? I think most of the people are sleeping that were in here before. I think we lost some of our audience when we went dead. Well, these things happen. Okay, so we're on. So we made this one. We made this one, and we're mimicking this one that I made. So let's see if we stack them up size-wise. Yeah, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all, right? roughly the same size. The bottom one is a little bit bigger. This one's a little bit bigger. But that's okay. We're not looking for perfection, obviously, or we wouldn't be making this big messy mess. All right, let me put these aside, and let's get that third one done. They are, and somebody might get one in a sale. I think I'm doing video sales this weekend, because mostly what I have is leftovers. So let's, another blick bag. Let's go ahead and, I'm enjoying the way that that's going, so we'll just do the same thing again. If you like it, do it again. Okay, and then I think tear that right there for a skinny page. And then we're going to glue that together, because that's obviously, you get those little loose bits in the bags where they're joined. And if you're uncomfortable with something like that, you can always, in some of them I just added on some extra, like a picture or something to thicken it up. Okay. So maybe that's lightweight, but we could definitely use that as, we put something lightweight up against one of these file folders for the start of our book. Taco Bell. Okay. Let's see. Definitely gonna have that in there. Let's get a Daiso piece in there. can always stir the blick later if we need to. Here's our junk mail piece. Oh, here we go. Now I do want to use up these envelopes. These are so fun. So let's put several of those in here. That's not going to go there. Okay, I think I need. I love these. I'm just loving them. And I'm gonna go ahead and tear this one a little differently. If you guys could see next to me, what a mess. Let's make sure that we need to, let's go ahead and get this glued down here. I don't want that just hanging out being weird. That's my job, hanging out and being weird. How you doing, Miss Nina? Are you getting ready for work or are you off tonight? Hold on, I can't look at the chat while I'm gluing, man. Yeah, just glue it down. You can put a piece of fabric over it if you're worried about any seams and junk mailage. Hey, Renee, how you doing? Yes, I'm making really messy one signature books out of junk, out of bags from fast food and Blick art supplies, some envelopes that I've gotten. These are from Miss Carla, but just junk. It was based on this original one that I made for my I did it list, because I tend to focus on what I didn't get done, and I've only just, I haven't even started today's list. Here, let's do something productive. Here's yesterday's list. Let's go ahead and I've been adding some color as we go along. Today's list isn't going to be very long, I don't think. Let's see. We went live 2 times. Egg salad. Dinner. I have changed 2 times the green dye. What else did I do? I changed 3 times the tea batch. And this is going to be, oh, I didn't put the date on here. Look at me. So this is for, what are we at? 4/19/2022. 2024. So we'll have our little, and we can continue it somewhere else if we have to. Did I do anything else significant? I slept. Ooh, sleep. That doesn't always happen, but it was like this morning from like, I don't know, I want to say 8 or 9 until around 2. Ooh, sleep. Yay, sleepy. Okay, so I'll add more later, but there we go. So I made this one as my, just to keep track of things I've done, because I tend to focus on what I don't get done on any to-do list. So I glued in some pictures, and this is a sticker that Else gave me. I'm waving on the screen. And I used junk mail envelopes and fast food bags, stuff, envelopes from when I was getting travel brochures in the mail. I need to request some more of those. Those envelopes are awesome-tastic. The Virginia one, sweet. Yeah, so different. And then I had one that like got all messed up, so we added in some pictures and made it look creepy. I don't have any that are that. And I know this isn't for everybody. I kind of dig the small on the front and then bigger pages. I don't, right now, when I'm making the messy journals, it's a thing. I've lost track of what I was doing. And let's get everything all situated in the middle there. Okay. So yeah, so we're just for funsies making, I'm doing 3. I took the night off because my car has to do with, oh dear. Oh, so car stuff, boo on car stuff. Boo, it can be maddening, right? You need the car, but the car is frustrating. Let's go ahead and put a couple of different, maybe of these longer skinny pieces. Here we'll kind of mush them together. I like it when there's like layered different-y things. We may trim some of the edges because we don't want it to be too long. There's a Firehouse sub bag. Maybe we want something lighter, and let's put this in there. Let's do it this way. So we've got a nice grungy. Oh, here's our piece of, we got one of those big envelopes and from Amazon. And I got to count this. I'm not supposed to put more than 19 pages in here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, we're doing okay. 14. Piece of file folder. 15. Here's a Winco bag. Oh, here's another. Let's put the window on this side, though, at the bottom. Let's do that a little different. We'll pull the Firehouse thing inside. I like the mix of the thick paper and the thin paper. That's a Winco bag. So let's see. And then we want to get it all, you know. Not a court date. Ew. I'm sorry, Nina. That sucks. Yes, Renee. I'm just making a mess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, we can put in one more. What do we want? What kind of thing do we want? What do we got over here? Oh, you know what? We haven't put in one of these. We only used one on one of the 3 books. So do we want to do it this way? Yeah, I think we want to do it that way. So let's tear down. And I've just been, actually, let's tear it past this. We'll put that in the scrap pile. I can see that that it's much lighter inside. So I've just been, I have a huge pile of edges and, okay, so let's see if we need to glue this down. Nope, this one's down pretty good. Right there, can use a little glue stick. And let's see about this. A little bit. Let's go ahead and get that because later it will drive me bananas. I'll be trying to glue shit down and then I'll get frustrated with it. So I thought these, you know, I'm using the one I made originally. And I'm keeping one of the 3 books, honestly. 2 will probably go in my sale, my video sale this weekend. Because I think they're fun. But I'll put together a little packet of some jelly prints and a couple of some words and a couple of magazine pictures if you want to like use it as a glue book. I think some of it's a little grungy, but I think you could still even use it as a writing journal or a combination. I like to glue images and words, and even I print up memes. And okay, so there's the middle. So we're going to fold this in. And then, yeah, because I don't think we really have anything folded in on this one. So this one we'll just fold it in. And where did we have another? No. Okay, so now do we want to trim any of this down? Is that too big? Let's get out our original. We don't want it to be too much bigger or too much longer. No, I think that's fine. I think we're doing fine. But yeah, I think you could journal in it, as in write. There's a couple of pages in here where I think you'd have to maybe use a darker pen. If I were going to journal in here, I would go through it before I started, and I would put some gesso or some white paint over a lot of or add some filler paper to thicken it up a little bit. I don't mind writing over the gesso and stuff. This had just printing on it that got smudged. It's half of a junk mail envelope. This is a really grungy. So, but I still think it's writable, but it's also eminently gluable. It could be a creative daily journal for a long time because there's 19 pages in here. So that's, let's see, 19. So what's that one? 40, 42 is 38 times 2 is 76 sides. I think that's right. Yes, I think so. I think Janice is right. If if you're honest with them and you go to the cashier and you say, I need payments, or you talk to the judge or whatever. I'm glad. And it's easy to do. I saved up for a while. Now, my first one, this one. So I had a bunch of those envelopes. Let me get an example here. Like this is one like I just tore apart. Like it's one of these that I had. These were in that kit where we did the envelope journals. But this is all, there's a strip off, and look at how thick that envelope is. But we've got a blick bag. I think there's a blick bag in every one. This is one of the envelopes from Mike's junk mail. I asked him, I'm like, can I have that? I'm always like, don't throw that envelope away. This is from a super thick. But I had, so here, Rails to Trails. I donate to them and they send me a calendar every year. That's the envelope the calendar came in. This is just a big envelope. But there's one from, and I think I've already covered the other side, but if you do the travel brochures and stuff, get yourself one from where is it? From Virginia. Their envelopes are super fun. They're gusseted. But any paper bags, leftover bits of cardstock that's lightweight, put all kinds of stuff in here. So where were we? I've got a bunch of junk mail window envelopes in this one. And like I said, I used mine as a I did it list. I'm keeping track of, you know, what I do in a day so that I can, you know, it's almost like a grateful journal. It's like, hey, look, I got some shit done. Maybe I want to change this because this gives it a hard line. It makes it look like the rest of that's just really long. So let me see about maybe let's switch the file folder for this piece. No, because that's not tall enough. Okay, maybe we want to, what do we want to do here? We've got this firehouse piece. What if we just layer in one more piece? But let's put the firehouse on the inside. Now, I'm obviously list making around in mine, like around the words, and some of it I'm covering up with pictures. But I just like this red piece on the front, and I think that's fun. And you can thicken it up just by adding another piece to the back. If you don't like the super, you know, that's a little bit thin, but so we did this one, and let's take the other stuff off. The stuff we didn't use. Oh, such a mess. I can't afford the repairs to get the pass emissions. You have to sell the car, trade it for another car. But you can't afford. Oh, you're in a catch-22, girl. Oh boy. Adria, how you doing? Welcome back, Sherry. You are in a catch-22, girl. I am so sorry. That sucks. But yeah, so hopefully by the time these make the video sale, I'm going to probably do, I might do one tomorrow, like have one video tomorrow. But it's most likely going to be Sunday, Monday, with billing on Tuesday or Wednesday. So that's one. There's one. And that's the first one. So we made 3. We're going to bind them. Maybe. I don't know. I had a heck of a time. On mine, I reinforced the, let me find the middle. I reinforced the outside and the inside piece with some fabric. And I actually have, since I used it, tea-dyed the fabric. So it's actually a little darker. I went ahead and just put it in some tea. So we're probably going to use the same fabric. It's kind of a nice generic. And that's just to add a little strength to where the, you know, where the middle fold is and where it is on the spine. I haven't had any trouble yet, but like I said, I'm only a little ways into it. And I don't plan on using a lot of wet medium. Although, who knows? I may throw some watercolors and stuff at it. Just to add some color and have a little fun with it. Well, hopefully you'll get something worked out. So, yeah, I think that's, we actually wound up with a pink piece in this one. I had an envelope that was a little bit damaged from one of the die vets. And see, we tried to put in skinny stuff and thick stuff and subway stuff. And so I don't know which one I'm going to keep. I'm kind of leaning towards this one. And this was an envelope from Maine. They're 200. I think it was last year or the year before. I got some stuff from them, and I've been keeping this envelope ever since. So we got 3 done so far. And that's all I'm going to try and make. One's for me and 2 will go in the sale. But when I put them in the sale, like I used the jelly for the outside on this. This was from Adria though. Because it was just too fun not to. Isn't that a gorgeous jelly print? I love the colors. And then I'll throw in some magazine images and some words and stuff because I like to add those in. You can always pass them on as Happy Mail if you're gonna, or if you see the journal here and you just want to make me an offer, you can always message me. But let's get out. the bookbinding kit. Where did it go? Over here. So, we're going to, are we going to sew it and then put the fabric over it, or put the fabric and then sew it? I think we're going to put the fabric and then sew it. Yeah, I love it. It's a gorgeous jelly print. So yeah, so like I'm doing a list journal, you could turn this into a bullet journal. You could just journal in it if you're a writing journaler. Give me just a second. Ooh. I gotta get out my second keyboard because what I'm going to say has an H in it. Okay. So let's see. So we're going to take 2 off. Let's start with this one. We'll do the one I think I'm going to keep later. Although if somebody offers for me, I'll keep whatever somebody doesn't want. So if somebody's got in mind a specific one they'd like to have of the 3. Whee! Okay. Well, let me think about this for a second. I'm not good at pricing stuff because this is mostly made out of junk, but not all of it's junk, but a lot of it is. I'm thinking, oh, I forgot. My one doesn't work either. Okay, there's that. Sorry for the timeout there. Okay, so let me grab some of this fabric. Now, we may have already some pieces torn that will work. Okay. So, and just so that everybody knows, this is one of those Amazon padded mailer kind of things, the paper ones. And there's this, I don't know what it is really. It's some kind of adhesive that holds the 2 pieces of the envelope together. So that is there, and that may impede some writing, but I don't. It's not hurting anything, and it's not going to stick to anything really. So let's see. We need a piece that's roughly the size of this side. So just a little bit shorter than what it is. Bingy, bingy, bingy. fan comes together. Okay, so let's, we're going to cut this to match this size. So we just need to trim a little bit off. And I think I'm going to trim it off on the black side here. Let's see if that's enough. That's actually perfect. So we'll glue that on there first. Do, 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 do. Pull some strings off there. Nice frayed edges. Well, let me know which one you want of the three. We've got the Amazon mailer one, the red one, and then the main one. So however it goes is however it goes. So let's start here. Okay, if you're sure, then once they're all bound, I'll mix them up and put a number on each one and tell us to pick 1 through 3, and we'll get what we get. All right, so okay, perfect. I am just gonna, oh, I think I even know where my pencil is. I want to put a little light pencil mark because I don't want to glue beyond the edge of the fabric. So right about there, and let's actually, yeah, right about there. Okay. And I just think this fabric is fun, and it's generic enough that whatever else you add to it, you could even cover it up ultimately if you want. I'm just making sure that because with so many weights of paper, that it's going to stand the test of being used and everything. So, and I've done this several times where I'm just reinforcing it, and this glue works fine. If I were actually binding it with fabric, I would use Fabri-Tac, of course. But for the purposes here where it might actually get glued over or covered up, I think this is a fine substitution. There we go. Okay, so that will be our first one right there. And the other thing I need to know is, did I put one on the inside? Ooh, nope, just on the outside. So how long have we been on? Oh my goodness. Second time, 40 minutes. I don't know. I think we started at 6. Went on 6, 7, 8, 2.5 hours. You guys okay to keep going? Or are you ready to wind down and I'll bind it off camera? That is okay too. Let's get to the middle. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, that's fun. Ooh, and that's almost the perfect size. I've been keeping the strings. I like the look of them all mixed together. Yeah, I think that'll be perfect for right there. Okay. So let's move this over for a minute and let's glue this down. So let's just make sure it's relatively even on both sides. Because in the middle, you'll totally be able to tell. I think that's good. Yep. Should be good right about there. Yes, nice chunky one. And because it's like kind of messy, if you're not, I know for some people, they don't like to write in a new journal or they have trouble breaking the pages and stuff because they're so nice and pretty. You don't have the problem with this one. This one's all wonky and weird, and it's got weird folds in the, because it's part of paper bags, and we used all different parts of that. For sure. Just a tiny bit more glue right there, and I think we'll be fine. We may have a little bit more glue than we need on the top and the bottom, but that's okay. Let's smooth that all out. Pull any loose strings off there. Get it folded nice. Okay. So for right now, I'm going to close that up for a hot minute, and I'm going to put the fabric on the other ones while that kind of dries, because you don't want to sew it while it's still wet. Roseanne, how you doing? Let's go ahead and do this one next. So yeah, so much fun. So I'm going to order some more travel brochures. Keep an eye on Mike's junk mail and the envelopes that come into the house. I'm not ashamed. I have picked envelopes directly out of the trash. As long as there's no food junk on it, I'm in. Ooh, there's like the big bin. That could be nice right there. And I'm okay that the fabric is folded, but I think that would, against the red, the big bin right there, I think that's nice. Let's do that. Let's do it. Okay, so it's okay if we have a little bit of fabric, like if there's gonna be where it's torn here like that, there's gonna be a little fabric that hangs off, but I think that's okay. Let's make sure we don't have too many strings hanging out. We want it to be frayed, but not crazy. Okay, so I think we're gonna go right about there. Let's just tear that off. Let's go for some nice frayed edges. There we go. Here we are. Okay. Same as the other one, we kind of want to just pencil mark where we don't want any more glue. Oh, but also I should fold this before I get too carried away. Make sure it's relatively even. Okay, I think that's okay. So let's go ahead and mark this side. Okay. So Carla is probably asleep. She came in and she was earlier. She said she hadn't got very much sleep last night, so I think she might have drifted away because our live got cut in half. I went out to get something off the table for added in with all the junk mail envelopes and stuff. I like big envelopes. I do. Window envelopes are fun too. I think get some nice glue coverage in there. My glue is making passing gas noises. Farting glue. Awesome. Okay. Now, I do like that big bin right there. I think that's cool. It's cool, if I do say so myself, for a thing I made. Never mind the crazy woman. Okay, I think we need bit more under here. We didn't get it quite all the way to the edge. Do 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 do. Also has a whole gluing song now. Very exciting stuff. Okay. All right, so there is the outside one. I'll check it out. It's shorter on the back than it is the front. That's awesome. Okay. So now we got to find our centerpiece, which is right there. Something nice and thick too. Nice. And we are going to do a 5-pole pamphlet stitch because we have so many different sizes of papers. Carla's back. I thought she was asleep. I thought she fallen asleep. Oh, is that just you telling her goodnight? Okay. So we need a piece that fits this. Let's see what we've got in our bits and pieces. Ooh, that one almost looks like a, I know it's all kind of, that one almost looks like an alien. I think it's the big bin, but the way it's skewed, it kind of looks a little like an alien, a spacecraft or an alien head. Should we put that on there? I think that's kind of cool. Even though it's got lines in it, I think it will be okay. So let's trim it right about there. Sometimes the smaller pieces are fun to work with because you don't get a sense of the big picture. And you don't feel bad, you know, like tearing it or cutting it or whatever. It's stuck to my fingers because they have glue on them. Okay, no worries. Sometimes she watches later, so you may see your greeting. Okay, now let's see. We fold it. I'm going to fold that backwards for a second. I've got enough on both sides. I think that's pretty close. Yep, I think so. I think that will work out okay. So. Pencil. Okay, this one's going to have a lot of strings on it. I hope that's okay. I don't mind them. You could, however it works out, they can always be trimmed off. It's not, that is not. Threads are easy enough to. Okay. I think that'll be good. And Leah's back. So Carla was going to sleep for the weekend, and a couple of other people had plans. Anybody got crafty plans or fun plans or errand plans? Like, we all got shit to do, right? I'm going to be ironing after this live. Well, after I clean up my mess. So we got a nice big, and this is thicker, so I'm trying to put gluey fingers. I always have gluey fingers. And yes, I have actually glued myself to a project before. With Gorilla Glue. It was very exciting. Oh, I put that right on all that pile of fabric or pile of strings. That was silly. I'd have a million bajillion. Okay. Before we get too far with this, well, we still got some squidgy room. Oh, that looks pretty even. I think it's just... So you could have... I mean, obviously, it is Big Ben. I think I just glued it upside down, actually. Well, we can turn the page over. But from a certain angle, yeah, it looks more like Big Ben this way. Upside down, it looks like Alien Head. Well, now I have a choice. Do I want to deliberately glue it in upside down, or do I want to glue it the right way? Because this one is probably not for me. Anybody want to take a vote? Upside down or right side up? Make it look like Big Ben? Big Ben? Big Ben. Okay. Or make it look like Alien Head. Alien Lizard. You have organized. Nice. Oh, there you go. Nice podcast. That's fun. Everybody's voting Alien. All right. We'll do it. We'll do it. Okay. Oh, now I didn't quite make it to the... I have a gummy eraser around here somewhere that'll take the rest of that off. I could just add to the smooth. We could take a nice, I got a nice charcoal pencil. I could put a nice charcoal line down the side there. Okay. Make sure we've got our nice little... I may not be able to bind these live just because I like it to be dry before I start sticking needles through it. Leah. Alien, do it. Okay. Get in there, you silly thing. Let me look in here for just a minute at what's in our pile. So, yeah, that's what we got. And then in the middle will be, okay. So that's that one over here to dry. And now for mine. I think this one's going to be mine. I don't know. Unless Renee says she really, really likes this one. I will probably keep this one for me. I wanted to travel theme thing, so having the word Rome on the back might not be bad. Florence. Okay, or do we like there is a white side. We've got, let's see. Do we have some whites in here? That's just like the other one. Oh, maybe I want to do that on mine, so I have, save that as my inside piece. I'll save that as my inside piece so I can have the alien head too. We have to do it this way. Yeah, I think I'll do that for the inside. Okay, so that'll be my inside piece. Let's see, what do we want to be the outside piece? Or maybe we'll take several pieces for this one. Maybe we'll go, we got the big B on there. Maybe we'll do like that. Or we could trim this down a little bit and do 3 pieces. So there's one in the middle. Do we have another big kind of squarey piece? What do we got going on over here? Oh. Oh, we've got this one. This is a nice piece. This has the underground thing on it. Oh, I think that would be okay. Fold it out and it's a little bit wider. Let me take that sewn part off the top, though. Oh, I almost cut my own finger now. Groovy. So it looks like we got a little bit of the Big Ben there with the sly eye. I'll never be able to look at the Big Ben the same way again. Okay, so we want it to be this piece. So let's set that off to the side. Just making a mess everywhere. Okay. And realistically, if you're going to do this, you could just use muslin. If you had a piece like this is white, I didn't actually tea dye this one. I think because it had pictures on it, and I didn't want to necessarily tea dye that. Okay, so let's get the size cut. Pull that up just a little bit. Get the scissors under there. I think right about, oh, there. Okay. Upside down to be different. Not everybody can handle it. Sometimes some people don't want to get a journal where something's upside down, you know. It's an OCD thing. I get it. Like, I don't have a problem with the messy stuff or things being smaller in the front and larger in the back. But I'll tell you where my OCD is. I have to watch movies in the order. I have to read all of a book series. That's why I'm still trying with Joanne Fluke. And that stupid. Theoretically, it should be cute as shit. But it's so annoying. The love triangle and every one of those kind of romances, the cozy kind of. Has the girl on girl hate. There's always, you know, I think in that one she's got a rivalry with one of the deputies who's over, you know, one of those women that are portrayed as overly sexualized. They're like man hunters kind of thing. Okay, so what I do, there's the pencil, all that fabric right there. Okay, let's get a few. And then on the other side. Okay. Let's see how that works out. But yeah, so I'm actually up to date. I finally, although if you look at my Goodreads, this is terrible. It's mostly YA and Stephanie Plum and some children's books that I've been reading. But I'm on target to read the amount of books. I think I put 52 books, one book a week kind of thing. Knowing that I was going to be reading some. Because we bought that Creepers series at the dollar store. We bought 5 books, Els and I, and we both read them. They were kind of like R.L. Stine books, the Goosebumps, but like not as good. And I will tell you, there are some really bad Goosebumps because I've read pretty far into that series. I had to stop when I didn't have a library card anymore because that's how I was reading them. I would buy the occasional one that wasn't available at the library, but I was really reading them digitally, or if they had the physical copies coming. I need to, what did I do with that? I just put that napkin somewhere. I don't know. Oh, I've made a big mess on this napkin. Okay, now where did the piece go? Yeah. Yes, I'm still alive, just in case you're...
Are you hungry?
Starving.
I'm going to put some meatballs in the microwave and heat them up and make some fresh sauce. We got noodles left over.
I mean, awesome-tastic.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. So much better than thinking about food. There was one, she's asking because at one point we had eaten so much spaghetti and meatballs because it's Buggy's favorite meal, and the kids ask for it all the time if there are more than one of them here. It's like their go-to Pop-Up and Bima Food choices, yes.
She threatened my life if I made spaghetti and meatballs at one
No, I
point.
threatened Mike's life. He's like, well, we could have spaghetti. And I'm like, no, we are not eating spaghetti and meatballs.
I will kill you.
I cannot look at it. Was like 6 months before we ate spaghetti. And it wasn't just me. Everybody was sick of
Because every weekend Buggy comes over and
or Buggy and the littler kids. They all love with the garlic bread.
Oh, but now it's Bima pizza.
Well, that's Lily Bima pizza. Buggy too, though. Buggy's a little bit all over the.
Yeah.
We've created a monster.
I know. It's my own downfall.
But you know what? I'd rather eat the pizza than spaghetti and meatballs over and over. We ate it every weekend for what? Like 8 months? And
yeah.
Then I finally reached a point, I'm like, the next person that puts on spaghetti water is going to die.
Unless there's stir fry coming.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to leave those strings on there for right now. I'll pull them off later if I want to. Oh, I accidentally. It's a little bit thicker on the back than the front, but what are you going to do? Besides put more glue on here. I suppose it's not that big a deal if there's a little lift. There's a good chance that that could get glued over anyway with something else. Who knows? Okay, so that is ready to be applied to the outside. And I do want that at the top. You like that. I like it like that. Okay, let's find us the middle. Oh, I love all the raggedy edges. I'm in love. Firehouse. There's the part of that Amazon envelope. Look at that. Super grungy. Super grungy. Where's the middle? Good Lord. Here we go. Is this the middle? Nope. This is the middle. Well, that's not a bad middle. MoneyGram. It's the middle. Okay. Put that off to the side for a minute. Oh, I'll let her know you guys said hi. No more time. All right. And we said we were going to use this piece. And I am going to, no, do I want to? Do I like the back side better? I am going to cut off this finished edge though. It was a pillowcase. And I dismantled that sucker like nobody's business. Still got a couple of really good sized pieces. Some of that may wind up in the sale. I may sell half of it because it's great for borders, and you could do a whole book cover. I think half one of those would be enough for for the average sized journal. That's got a little bit folded edge right there. I guess I can work it out with the glue. So I think I'm going to let it hang down over the edge just a little bit on this side. And we'll cut it just after the black here. I think that'll be all right. Aha! I love that sound. Isn't that such a satisfying sound? Anybody else love ripping fabric? Oh my God. You go in and terrorize your fabric on the regular? I do. I think all my fabric is scared. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, where's your line? I want to keep it kind of even. I mean, for my personal use, I don't care all that much, but I don't want like a sliver here and a whole bunch over there. Let's not get carried away. Okay. I stole this Tinkerbell pencil from Alice about 9 million years ago. It was in the garage, and there were a bajillion of them. And then later I was like, I took one of your pencils. She's like, whatever. I always tell on myself, I'm not a very good thief. Hey, I stole your shit. R.I.P. that car. Oh, I hate it when you get in upside down with a car. Okay. I can see that that's a little bit different. There's a little more over here. So we'll go like this. And we'll go a little bit inside. And I'll just put a nice smudgy charcoal line on either side of that. Because that's how I roll. Do, 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 do. And let's be generous with the glue. This is not time to be stingy with the glue. Okay. Let's go ahead and try and unfold that edge right there. If we can get it started unfolded, then it should be fairly easy to pick out the... Okay, now let me do the fold before it's totally nailed down. Yeah, that's pretty close. Look at me. Okay, so what I need is... What do I do with that? There's the X-Acto knife. So I can pick out that edge and get it glued down. I'm not trying to cut it. I'm just trying to smooth it out a little bit with the... I guess I should be using the flat edge. Come on, just a little bit. There we go. I'm okay if it's a little ripply right there. Oop. We do have some glue going on the table. Glue in the table. Let's not glue myself or my project to the table. I got a little bit. And then see, because it's not quite even there, we got a little bit of fabric hanging out. Okay. Let's go ahead. Yeah, so you can see there's a little bit of a difference at the top, but not too bad. Nobody's perfect. Certainly not me. All right. Look at me go. I feel special. All right. Let's grab this and that. And we're gonna, don't worry, I'll get it all. I'm not gonna like take it and not make sure that everything's all smushy in there. Okay. So that's all my little pieces. This pile is coming way more handy than you think it should. I've used it on several things. Okay. So let me move this out of the way. Let's get my glue for my glue for my lid. Yeah, that's what I need. You'd think I'd never used words before. Okay. There's a nice little chunky piece. Okay. So I was going to show you this. So it was like a king size pillowcase. The front was white and the back was black. So look at that. The overnight manager of the sub shop offered to go to court with me. She's serious. I'm going to take her up on the offer because otherwise I have no one to go with me. Oh, it's nice to take someone with you. And that is nice. Isn't that beautiful fabric? And it's just lightly tea dyed. You can see on this original one, this is undyed. So you can see it was white in the background. And I think maybe the inside piece is, might be a white part. Yeah. So you can see the difference. It's just lightly tea dyed just to give it a little some zhuzh, you know. But it's a big piece. So I'm thinking if I cut it in half, I could sell half of it because I think it would take me a couple years to use all of it, honestly. I got to iron it, though. It's got to be ironed. Because I don't care about all the extra lines and stuff, but some people, you know, don't want to get fabric and be like, now I have a chore. So that's the light side. And then this is the black side. And I've already used a bunch of the black side. I used it in something else. I don't remember what. But this piece is smaller. But I still think if I cut it in half, it's still enough for, to cover, you know, a journal. And it doesn't really matter what way the words go, although the pictures are oriented this way. So I would probably cut it this way instead of long ways. But that should be enough to cover most. You could certainly cover this. But that's nice. So this one is more like, well, this one says Belgium and Tokyo on it. There's Frankfurt, some New York. There's a lot of Big Ben. Look at the, oh, I didn't even see this. Look, there's a nice little temple on this one. So for this, I would cut it probably in half, or, you know, wherever. I wouldn't want to cut a picture in half if I didn't have to. But isn't that just fun? You got Barcelona, so you've got cathedral, I think, right there. Anyway, just a fun. It was just one pillowcase hanging out at Goodwill, and I was like, I need that in my life. And Alice was like, seriously, are you going to use that? And then I did. Yeah, the dark one's fun. If you want to preempt the sale, you can let me know. On the black one, let me see what half is. Like, what about? Because I don't want to cut any of the pictures in half. That kind of defeats the purpose. So right about there, I think. So let's see what the bigger piece is. The bigger piece is about 11 inches tall. And then let's see, that's 12 and 6.5. So like 18.5 inches this way. That's a pretty good size. And then the smaller side, which really only, it has Amsterdam and stuff in Shanghai, but it doesn't have as many pictures. It's going to be the same width, but it is 10 inches wide. So if somebody's interested, you can make an offer before the video sale goes live in either piece. There's more of the white. Good night, Renee. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to lay these out flat and let the fabric dry, and then I will bind them. So that means, but I can make it, if you guys want to see them bound, like you want to watch me struggle with it, because you know, if you're, I know a lot of people make journals, but everybody is maybe not always happy with the, I want to make sure I put enough space so I don't get these mixed up. So put that one up there a little bit. Or I could lay them on the bed, I guess. That would probably work. Let's see. I'll get them all in a nice order, and then, because I don't want any of this to get stuck together, because it could happen. It's happening right here. See, if we hadn't come back to that, that could have been a terrible thing. Let those dry. It's better because the paper is weaker while it's wet. Thanks for coming and spending time with us, Renee. I always enjoy having you. She's such a great personality, I gotta tell you. Super nice lady. So, let's see how long we've been on now. Between the two lives, I think we've been on for 3 hours. So you guys, I can put this aside out there. Let me know if you want to see a video of the binding. Otherwise, it's just me swearing and it's not very exciting. But sometimes you like to see how other people do it and what mistakes they make. And, you know, it helps you. It can help build confidence, because I've been building journals for a while. And sometimes I still struggle with it even. I'm going to put these up over here to dry in a nice, safe place. There we go. I have so much scraps right now, just all over the place. But I could come on Sunday and do this one. So this was the paper. It was gifted to me. It came just the way it is. Obviously in a different order because I've opened it 85 times. So it's this pad called Lake Life. Cute pad. Not totally my vibe, but I was looking through it and it's cute, you know. So that's the little card from inside. And then there are cut aparts or trees, depending on, you know. I love the birch trees. I really love them. But there are some cute. So we might use some of the, I don't really do in my journals all the pockets and stuff that most people do. So I don't do the little like corner pockets. If I do, I add them usually after I've started using it, when I see what I'm really going to do with it, because I don't like to be bound by. So this one actually came and it was already folded. So not sure what I'm going to do there. There are cardstock pieces, like this is cardstock, like here. So this is the whole piece. It was already cut in half. So I'm thinking maybe I do some hinging. But I'm thinking of making either a ring bound or hinging stuff together. These obviously don't go together, but there's just some really cute papers in here, and these are paperweight, so it's cardstock and paper. Got some oars and some wood. But I could come on Sunday when I have a slightly better idea of what I'm going to do, and we can make this into something fun and exciting. Now this is a cardstock weight one. Don't you love that lantern? Wouldn't that be great on the inside of a creepy journal, or even on the cover? Something creepy. I mean, and that's obviously a campfire. So there's two of this tent one, and one of them came already like it was cut in half, and I folded it this way because that could be a little journal, and it's got a water pattern inside, so that's fun. Just a little. I have my current Scraps of Joy is this size. Yeah, right. But it would be Sunday afternoon around 1 o'clock. If so this is the one with the uncut and it came like this, which I was struggling with. So I just folded it. And I thought what I'd do is maybe put some kind of decoration here to strengthen that back up where it's got the fold. Because that could be, I could trim it down either a little bit at the top or the bottom or both. And make it like a 10 by 6. Which is not a bad size. I have some that are that size. Already made. Let's see. Let me grab. Oh. Trying to find ones that are. Oh, those ones aren't bound yet. That's why. So, like, see, I was using scrapbook paper before. These are my ugly scrapbook journals. So it's all in what you want to do. Like I said, I have some this size. They're in the same box, but so this is one that's, some of them are almost full size and some of them have been cut down. But you can make your cardstock weight paper into just little fun journals. Super easy. But this is nice, like late summer, early fall colors. And it's got the water, and so I thought this would be fun too. And add in some other papers, like I'll put some papers to go with it. But I thought we were going to have more. I didn't think it was. I was going to make one, and then I got carried away, But if you like this pad and you're looking for it, it's the Lake Life Kit, Designs by Reminisce. It's cute. I love the water paper. There's some really great. This one's nice here. It's got a nice ripple in the water. And I love anything that looks like it's a lake, It's very calming. Okay, so I'll come on Sunday. I'll have some things pulled. Even if I do it at the last minute, because that is my jam. But just be aware, I don't make journals the way most other people do. Because I like to leave it open for... But this is just fun. Super fun. Yeah. And so we'll figure out from the cardstock weight stuff what we want to do. Because some of these could just be cut apart. And like that one, you can see the edge of the tent there. But depending on how you decorate it, even if you folded it this way, it wouldn't be so bad, I don't know. I'd have to think about it. But the other option is to cut and hinge the binding together with some, you add some, I can get there. Add some chipboard, lightweight chipboard. So I'll come on Sunday about 1 o'clock. That's my time. It's 2, 3, and 4. Unless if you're watching this later and you a different time is preferable, I will try and work with you guys on an overall consensus. So if there is a better time on Sunday, if you prefer like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, I was thinking earlier, so that, because Monday's a work day for most people. But we got quite a bit done. We did 3 of those who just need to be bound, which means they just need to dry for a couple hours. And that means I can iron the fabric and get it cut up for the video sale and stuff. But I did not intentionally. I started out just to make an extra one for me, and I'm like, well, I have enough stuff to make 2 or 3. And I was like, well, I don't need 2 or 3, but I could put them in a sale. How silly am I? But they're fun to make. And if you have junk, I encourage you to try it out too if you like that sort of thing. It's not hard, for sure. Earlier on Sunday works for you? Cool. I can't do it super early because Els has, the not so friendly Family Feud. It is the late night edition, and it gets a little naughty. It's a little bit racy in there sometimes. But that's going to be it for tonight, because between the 2 lives, I think we've been on close to 3.5 hours. So, yay on getting I'll just put this one up here for reference. Yeah. Oh, and it's upside down. Bad me. And then we'll come in on Sunday and we'll work on this. I'll have a better plan. We might do something ring bound. We might glue that paper down and onto some chipboard and hinge that shit and ring bound it, or we could just hinge it all the way around and make a nice semi-hard cover. I like some flexibility in my journals. I don't like really hard covers for the most part. So I hope to see you all on Sunday if you are available. If you are rewatching this, thank you so much for watching to the end. And we're going to do our little outro. You guys are made of awesome. Thanks for coming in, spending time, and having a little chit-chat with me. It was fun while I was making piles of paper and scraps everywhere. Such a mess now. I'm a messy girl. So however you guys are spending your days and nights, I hope it brings you great joy and happiness. Each and every one of you absolutely deserves it. Yes, I need some sleep. I think everybody needs some sleep. Until I see you in one of my lives or in a box somewhere, I wish you guys the happiest of crafting. I hope you can get a little bit in this weekend if you've got the time. Bright blessings and hugs and hisses to you all. Bye, 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 bye. From my fingers, it ain't easy being green, guys. The end. I pushed the button. Good night.